Okay, welcome everybody to my channel. I am Ty, and my channel is Dapper VidG. Now, what I'm going to be doing on my channel is I'll do a number of Let's Plays. We're starting off today, as you can see, with Sekiro. Though, what I am going to try and do is, on this playthrough, I'm going to try to do it without using any prosthetics. I've seen on Reddit that people suggest it can be done, and I'm going to try it. There is at least one boss that you typically do need a prosthetic for, but that's the Guardian Ape, and I'm going to allow myself one usage just for the progression of the boss purposes. But if I can avoid it, I will. Now, I just started a new game. I'm going to be going through and skipping a lot of story, but in case you guys are curious about the game, you're just kind of getting an interest for it, I will be going over some of the story with you too. And if you like what I do, you're entertained, or you just want to help support me, I do have a Patreon. I will link that down in the link below. And you can, of course, donate any amount you want. It helps me, it helps support me and my family. So anything you can do helps. So without further ado, I'm going to do a no prosthetic run of Sekiro. And as you can see, I just started. I've really only skipped the scene where it goes over the history of Ashina, where Ishin, the leader of Ashina, ends up fighting at a huge battle, wins the country, and becomes a ruler. And of course, during that time, Sekiro is a child, and he ends up being adopted by his father, Owl. Right now, Sekiro is employed by Lord Kiro, his master, and we're actually going to go and see him now. Fair warning, I do a lot of goofy things when I play, especially this game. You might learn this very quickly, but I'm sure you'll find out. So I want to avoid these guys, and I accidentally activated them. But no matter. And for those joining me on YouTube, I do have a Twitch stream, and I try and stream pretty regularly, but I don't always get the chance to. I will actually post up a schedule for me as well, so feel free to tune in. Trying to get used to this new controller too, so I will be skipping a lot of story. Like I said, I will be going over some of it too. Kiro really just greeted me. That's Kiro down there. Gave my sword back, and now I can start fighting. Told me to basically fight my way through and meet him at the secret passages. And we'll go and do that now. Excuse me. So, Kiro actually has a couple special qualities about him that we'll get into a bit later, but he's known as the heir to the dragon's heritage, and that actually gives him a lot of leeway into pretty much whatever he does, but he is a very important person in Ashina, and everybody is kind of after him for some special properties he has. I got sneak these too. Oh well. Oh wow. No, no, I forgot to do. I forgot to heal when that Kiro gave me that. Come on. There we go. Bye. Oh boy. Activated way too many of them. Well, let's see how this goes. One down. Two more to go. Come on. Bye bye. Okay. Well, easy enough. So if you couldn't tell, I've had a little bit of experience with Sekiro before. Believe me, there's this is easy right here. If you've never played a FromSoft game, I definitely encourage it. Definitely a trip down memory lanes to how games could be. It's not like the old NES days where it's totally impossible. It's just more difficult than your average game. It was actually probably the easiest FromSoft game. I keep saying FromSoft, that's From Software. They're the ones behind things like Dark Souls, Demon Souls, all that. And they're also releasing, I believe, that was Elden Ring, I want to say it, sometime in the future. No one has any idea when that'll be out, but I'll definitely have to do a Let's Play of that once that comes out. There we go. And now we can go and meet Lord Kiro here. like I said, I'm gonna skip a lot of the story. So we're meeting Lord Kiro, but now we're gonna have to escape the castle, or so we think. You notice I'm not healing because right now it really doesn't matter, but you'll see why in a minute. Okay, so on to the most difficult person to fight. Not really. There's far more people that are really a pain to fight than him. But oh god, there, end it quickly. No point. You lose anyway, no matter what you do. And I do intend to skip a lot of the story, especially these cutscenes, but this is a scene that I really don't like skipping, so I'm just gonna let this one play out. I always notice something new when I play this again, and that is definitely one thing right there. That scene, I really didn't notice it before, but you see him again a lot. And for those that, of course, have played the game, you guys already know what, or rather, who he is. But if you haven't played the game before, like, you really don't pick up on that. Huh. So for everybody watching me on YouTube, take a look at this guy, Sekiro. How old do you think he is? Because I've been debating this with a few people on how old he is, but I want to know your opinion. What do you think? How old is Sekiro exactly? Is that gray hair from like all the stress and trauma he's been through, or is he actually pretty old? Thank you for the follow, Jay Gomez. Okay, so we just got our Shinobi prosthetic. Again, it's something I'm not going to use. The only thing I'm going to use from that is the grappling hook. Now, if you saw in the previous one, we actually ended up getting a nasty injury where our arm got cut off. So right here, this is our new replacement arm. This guy right here is called a sculptor. He kind of helps us out with everything. All right, so one thing that I am doing right here, I am gonna go through all of the dialogue options Thing is, FromSoft likes to do this thing where they always like to hide little details and just new things that you can easily miss if you aren't doing or talking to absolutely everybody. And sometimes they do it in a pattern as well, where you have to talk to people in the right order. Again, you guys are going to see this a lot in a bit, so I'll let you guys just kind of focus on the game. So this dude, called Hand Baby and Dying, I'm kind of just toying with him, which is kind of cool with me, but there we go. Bye-bye. So he isn't really someone that you're enemies with. He just helps you out. And if you notice, he says, "Damn, I'm still alive." Well, there's a reason for that. Um, so one thing that you guys probably noticed real quick, he said he was infested. That's kind of what we'll find out throughout this game as well. Why are they called infested? Why is it when someone dies and can't come back, why are they infested? This is a sculptor's idol. It's pretty much your save point. It does a lot of things for you. You can even level up there. And there's my tutorial on the grappling hook, which I already know how to use. So I'm just going to go. Oop, there we go. Up we go. One of the things that makes this game so fun is how you navigate. You use that grappling hook a lot. I was reading on Reddit, like, some people that suggest that you might be able to get through this game without using a grappling hook. Personally, I don't think so, but I could be wrong on this. If anybody's ever done it without using a grappling hook, I'm really interested in how you did. So please comment. Please tell me how you did it. If there's some sort of trick to it, because I'm curious at how people do that. Now, if it's a glitch, like I've seen some clipping issues where people use a section of a scene, a castle, to clip through things. I get that. I know that's a typical speedrun way, but I want to know if it can be done without using those clipping errors. Okay, up we go. Hold on a second. Let me just see if anybody is in the chat. Okay, off we go. And someone noticed me. I know I can sneak like a lot of these at people, but I really enjoy the combat system, so I'm probably just going to try and fight people as much as possible. Damn. Tried going for the sneak jump, but totally missed that. There we go. Oh, oh. So as you probably noticed that as you go through, I'm collecting up all these ceramic shards. They're useful for distracting people, but like I said, I enjoy the combat system, so totally goofed up on that one now. Come on. I want to deflect you. There we go. Bye. Yes, you can deflect dogs. So one thing that I keep doing you probably saw a pop-up for it a while back. There is something in this game called deflections. It's a little bit different than other From Software games. Every time you get a From Software game, there's some different mechanic. Bloodborne, it was a gun followed by trying to get the death blow. Basically, you summon. Dark Souls, a lot of time you can get by, which is blocking or dodging. Sekiro, the main thing is, of course, to deflect all the time. The one downside to a lot of this game is that anytime you do rest at one of these idols, all the enemies you just killed, they come back. But kind of a minor issue. They're so minor. There we go. Bye-bye. God, I hate these roosters. So the reason why I hate those roosters is that they can take off a massive amount of health. Really, any enemy in the game can take out a massive amount of health, but those roosters are something else with it. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I just activated a mini boss. Wow, that was bad. Keep wanting to go for a different kind of counter, but I'm so used to the later game at this point that I go for the wrong counter. Okay, so since I didn't go through the training, I'll tell you a little bit about this interface here. So up top, this mini boss set has his own what's called a posture meter. Now, his posture builds up the more he does something or the more I attack him, as you see. The goal, especially in the early games, is to get that posture meter up as much as possible so you can actually get your death blow. I have my own down at the bottom, which is filling up very fast, which is why I'm running away. Down to the lower left, that is actually your vitality. That huge wallop right there. Yes, use quick items. Roll, roll, roll. Oh god. No, don't heal. Well, now you guys get to see one of the most forgiving mechanics about the game. The reason why it has that subtitle there: shadows die twice. So right here, I've died, but I've resurrected. Now I get to die again. If I die again, I'm kind of done now. Reason being is because just above that health bar that you see below, oh, I tell it's done. Just above that health bar you see it, that is the resurrects. If I have a black strike through, that means I have no resurrects set available to me. If I die again, I'm done. So it's really my best interest not to do so. No, I'm not gonna let you do that. Why would I let you heal? Come on. I'm only allowed to heal. Boom, done. And there we go, now we got him. So, right there, that is why it's called Shadows Die Twice. It's actually pretty interesting mechanic, one of my favorites about the game. I love this grappling hook. Oh, this grappling hook becomes so fun to use, especially with the monk later on. Without a doubt, this is absolutely one of my favorite games, at least in recent years. If anybody on YouTube is liking what I'm doing here, likes my stream, please let me know what else you'd like to see. I'm open to pretty much any content. Trying to get monetized as well, but if anybody has ever looked into it, it's really difficult on YouTube to get monetized. It's not impossible, but definitely something that's that guy over there. Definitely something that just takes a while. Don't shoot me. Okay. I need to go and rest. Come on. Let's go. So little health and then nothing to heal with. Don't have my resurrect yet either. I don't have enough for that yet. So definitely need to go and heal. I also need to get enough money for the firecrackers too. Not that I'm going to use them. I just want to be able to buy them, upgrade them for the next playthrough. Again, I really want to use no prosthetics except for the grappling puff cut. Kind of feel bad for this old lady. You see her a number of times, and she's just been looking for her son this whole time. It's kind of sad. I could tell her I'm not her son. I don't think that changes anything in the end game or anything with her story, but I don't choose to say nothing just so that she thinks that I'm her son. So she gives me this memory bell, which I can use a little bit later. I'm probably going to use that pretty soon. Now, what's really sad about her is that she's looking for her son. She can't really see either, so she can't tell that you're not her son or anything like that. Kind of panic tapping now because I have no health. Oh God, no. I should have gone to rest. Oh well. Let's see. That's two times. I wish I had a little death counter here. Okay, so since I died there, I just want you guys to see what I was talking about. So that's where the little old lady was. Take you out. No, wait, no. Old lady was down here. Where am I going? Right. So her son is actually down here. Let me go and hide real quick. Too many people know where I'm at. Like I said, they take out a lot of health. But I'm gonna go and hide. Fast chance of that now. Huh, never noticed this before. Dang, I missed some items. Wow, these are a lot of coin purses. Would have been nice to know about before. Okay, here we go. Talk to her son. Okay, so what the mother and him are saying is that you have to offer it to the Buddha statue back where the sculptor was. I'm gonna go and do that in a minute. I'm gonna try and get through a little bit of that memory with you guys. I just want to get to my next point right there. 100. Do I have enough? Oh, may not yet, but I think I will. Nope, not gonna make it. Run away, run away, run away. Back we go. Perfect. So I'm gonna buy the firecrackers now, even though I'm not using them, just because I can go back and I can actually get them from the sculptor. Again, this run through, I'm not gonna be using any prosthetic tools except for the grappling. One, because I think it's gonna be challenging, and two, because it'd just be interesting. Even though I kind of handicapped myself there, but hey. Uh, okay. This guy over here has the biggest problem that you'll ever face in the beginning part of the game, because if you went through that normal pathway, you would be dead. He would just murder you, and you don't want that. Bye bye, Rooster. One thing that you guys are probably noticing is that a lot of people are saying, I know you, or they remember you, or even with that Inosuke, the son back there, they said something about at least recognizing your voice. Now, a lot of them here, they do actually know you because you have a memory that you don't know. And you don't know until you actually kind of go through and kind of relive your past. Now I'm skipping through a lot of dialogue, but again, I'll kind of go over some of the story as I play too. One of the things they keep talking about is Hirata State. There's a raid in Hirata State 3 years ago by the gang that this guy, Amiyama, belongs to. And they conveniently attacked when a lot of the protectors of Hirata were away. And that's basically what they've been going over. Even that memory back there with Kiro and Lady Emma was going over the same thing. I am actually going to travel back to where we started. Now, at this time, I could go really two different ways. The way I'm going to go, though, is to the past, to that memory that I was talking about. I'm also going to talk to her right here. So she's Lady Emma. She's a doctor that also helps you out. And one of the things that you can give her is a gourd seed. And if you give her the gourd seed, you actually increase the number of times you can use your gourd to heal. She also talks about the dragon's blood, and the dragon's blood is really the inheritance or the quality that Kiro has that makes him so special. He has the dragon's blood in him. The reason why I'm resting again is because that actually allows me to use that extra gourd, so now I have two instead of one. So now, what that just gave me, that was the Shinobi esoteric text, and that allows me to acquire some new skills, which I'm going to take advantage of because I want to start unlocking my trees. And I definitely need to pick this one up too next. Just click that. So that allows me now to do the Whirlwind Slash, which is this. Believe it or not, that one technique probably becomes the most useful technique out of everything. Wow, that's right. I said I'm not going to use any of these prosthetic tools, that, even though I just got them. The one I'm really going to regret not using, though, in a minute here is definitely the axe. But, oh well. Said I'm going to do this, and I'm just going to commit. So that lady gave me a bell, that old lady, and that bell is really important because it allows me to travel back to the past right here. Present it to the Buddha statue, pray, and I'll skip the rest of this. And then we go back 3 years ago. But one thing about going back 3 years ago is you still have your prosthetic. So it's really accessing your memory of the event. I'm going to rest here again. And that's going to be the end of this recording, but I'm going to upload in the next video my time in Hirata. So see you guys next time in the Hirata state.